13 games in the NHL. It is Tuesday, December 23rd, the last show before Christmas. Guys, welcome to PuckTime on WagerTalk TV. Andrew McInnis, Carmine Bianco, Don Buster, and I almost forgot Buster's last name, and Brian Leonard. Welcome to the show, guys. We got a handful of games to get to. We've got a lot of stuff on the show. Carm is fresh off a big underdog winner with the play of the day. He continues to build that bankroll, and I'm happy and in the holiday spirit because we hit a 6-1 same game parlay yesterday, and that was awesome as well. Carm, you know, the funny thing is that someone commented during the show saying, "Oh, Christian Dvorak, he's actually healthy. He's going to play tonight." And I almost changed it, but I never ended up changing it. Of course, he scored a goal, but I had Michkov to get a point. And all the winners count the same. He gets an empty net goal, and I'm watching the game with my friends. I'm watching the Niners game on one TV, the Flyers game on the other, and they're like, "Dude, you already hit your money line. Why do you care about this?" I'm like, I need a Michkov point. I need 1 point from Michkov. So 6-1, you gotta love it. So looking forward to a good day today here, Carm. Congrats on that plus 160 winner, man.
Yeah, a 1-1 night for me overall in the NHL. But on yesterday's show, I gotta say it went well. The Tampa Bay game went well. I liked the Flyers on yesterday's show, and I thought the two dogs were live, both Columbus and the Seattle Kraken, and they both got the wins in that one. I wish there was a little more goals scored in that Anaheim game, but we'll take a profitable 1-1 night, and nonetheless, the pod play gets there. We're almost at 7K. We're like $4 short of 7K. And if you guys follow me on the X, I posted some pictures. I was up early this morning, drove to the Richmond Hill Food Bank, and between all the groceries and then a cash donation, we dropped off $1,000, and that came out of the pod. This pod segment that I'm trying to teach you guys that single game betting is the way to build a bankroll. So they were very appreciative. It's going to go up on their website. I tweeted it out. If you guys can retweet it, I would love that even more. Doing something a little small at this time of the year for those less fortunate, I think is always a good thing. We got a great show for you guys planned. 4 games. Andrew and I are going to talk about the Buffalo Sabres and Ottawa Senators, two teams I think are playing extremely well right now, and this is going to be a tough one for us. The New York Rangers and Washington Capitals. Don Buster tunes in from down south to cover that one. Andrew and I will do Florida and Carolina. Is it going to be a quick revenge spot for these two teams that played last week in Florida with the Canes blowing a 3-0 third period lead? And then, of course, Mr. Bailey's Brian Leonard coming in to do Dallas and Detroit, or as he says, the game nobody else wants to break down. I'm looking forward to it. Same game parlay for you, pod for me. This one's a small, I'll let you guys guess later on, plus money game. Let's hopefully we can keep this streak going. But with that said, Andrew, the Ottawa Senators plus 159, the Ottawa Senators 159, Buffalo plus 131. 6.5 is the total here. 6 in a row for the Buffalo Sabres. You know, I never want to get Andrew in front of a team that is on a win streak, as Teddy Covers would say, catching that falling knife. But if you guys have heard me the last week, 10 days, I've talked about Ottawa, I think, is a buy-on team. They're playing extremely well right now. This is a real tough one between these two, Andrew. And one in which I don't think either one of them is going to give up a lot of ground on. It's why, although I think the price is probably about 10 to 15 cents too high in this one, I think the total is a little high in this one. I'm leaning under in this one. I think 6.5 might be tough to get there. The Sabres are playing much better defensively. They really, really are. Their goaltending seems to be coming together. They're getting big saves when they need them. And depending on who the Ottawa goalie is, Allmark had a very good game last time out against the Boston Bruins. 6.5 seems a little high for me, Andrew. I'm going to lean under here. What are your thoughts?
I could see it, Carm, but at the same time, it's also a bold move because it's the Buffalo Sabres and the Ottawa Senators. So good luck with that because, these teams, we have seen some shots on goal declining from the Ottawa Senators. Their offense has been a little more selective, which is true. You got two red hot teams. And Carm, one thing I'm wondering is how we approach some of these games when it comes to teams in the same division today versus teams that potentially don't have much of a rivalry. And I'm not saying this is much of a rivalry, but overall, I am saying that these two teams are in the same division. So maybe this game will mean a bit more to them than maybe some of the other teams that are playing each other that don't exactly have, a rivalry taking place. Looking at the odds in this one, though, I am a little bit interested in taking Buffalo. The more I've looked at it, the more I've been interested. I can't believe I'm saying it, Carm, because I've been talking about how the Ottawa Senators have been an undervalued team, a team that, people aren't putting enough credit on. And I think that, as far as Canadian teams are concerned, nobody looks at Ottawa the same as they look at the Oilers or the Leafs or the Habs. This team's look pretty good. And I'll tell you what, though, they've been reliant on Linus Ullmark. They have been reliant on their top goaltender quite a bit. And overall, looking at his save percentage, especially recently, it's been good, but they've also been seeing some shaky numbers. Now, with the lack of shots over the last couple of games, this Ottawa Senators team playing well, but also relying on a heavy shooting percentage. Meanwhile, Josh Norris, Zach Benson, Jason Zucker, Tage Thompson, all of these guys are playing extremely well in the last 5 games for Buffalo. I'm kind of leaning towards the underdog in this one. I feel like it's a pretty good number here, Carm. And I feel like, it's kind of my Christmas gift to you to back your team to hopefully get the job done if I can get it right here. But I just think that, look, we're seeing an Ottawa team that's really playing some good hockey. But if we take away if we put on our recency bias hats and just look at the metrics, look at the stats, last 5 games, last 10 games, these teams are pretty close right now. And I will respect the Buffalo Sabres. So I do lean towards that side. And, Carm, this is actually a pretty good goaltending spot as well, because I actually think that most teams have not been able to deal well with managing multiple goaltenders. But based on what I've looked at, this team, because there's a lot of stats that have come out that have talked about how players and goalies overall have been performing a lot better this season, the more rest that they've had. So with the 3 goalie system and the multiple goalie system, they've had a lot of these goalies that have been super rested. I think that Buffalo can get to the promised land, but I do kind of agree with your under there. It's just, for me, this could easily be a typical. It's very hard for me with Buffalo and Ottawa to take an under because it could be 2-1 in the end of the second period and the game could end with 9 goals. So a little bit of a tough one, but I'm going to actually lean towards the underdog here.
All right, I'm definitely with you. I'm not playing the Sabres, but I love the fact that you're cheering for the Sabres. Andrew, Allmark is confirmed for Boston, which I like as far as the under goes. And it looks like it for Ottawa, yeah. And it looks like it's going to be Alex Lyon for the Sabres. And if you look at him prior to he got a day off, thankfully got a day off against the New Jersey Devils in that 3-1 win in New Jersey. But you look at the games even prior to that, he was on a 5-game win streak. So he's responsible for the first 5 of that streak, starting in Edmonton, where they beat the Oilers 4-3. Then they beat Vancouver 3-2. They beat Seattle 3-1. 3 road games in which he goes a perfect 3-0 in those games. Returns home. They beat the Philadelphia Flyers. He's in goal. They play the New York Islanders. He's in goal. And you look at it, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. His save percentage is definitely going high. He's playing extremely well. And I think he's trying to make a case. He's trying to make a case to be one of the 2 goalies the Buffalo Sabres are going to keep prior to the trade deadline. Because I think for my man, TJ Salvador, here you go, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, if they can get someone to offload that contract or take a big part of it, he's the goalie who's likely on his way out. And they keep, obviously, Colton Ellis, who's going to be one of their goalies of the future. They still have a goalie down in the minors, and Alex Lyon, who's, I don't want to call him serviceable, Andrew, because we saw when Bobrovsky was injured for Florida, Alex Lyon was in there, and he was picking up wins for them. So with that said, let's hope for a Sabres victory tonight. I'll take 3-2 Sabres, but I probably would be good with 3-2 either way. Anything that keeps it under the total, I prefer Sabres victory, of course, in that one.
Yes,
Andrew, before we bring Don Buster in, you have a 5% play up. Tell us, buddy, because I absolutely love this play.
Yeah, 5% play on $5 Tuesday. So $5 Tuesday, you've got all kinds of great plays available at the website. I have a $5 Tuesday play as well. But of course, this big one, we know how it goes, Carm. The big ones, they stay regular price. But I have a promo code for everybody. And here's what it is. It's save half, 50% off my 5% play. I'll give it to you guys right now. I understand it's not going to be $5, but you guys can use that promo code save half to get 50% off my 5% play. And I'll tell you, Carm, people love to cheer on overs, right? People love to cheer on goals. There's 13 games today. I found a game that I think is going to have a ton of goals. So this is my NHL 5% Goal Fest play, and you can use that promo code save half for 50% off my 5% play. Looking forward to it. It's $5 Tuesday as well. So I do have a $5 play, and I'm sure you do as well. But yeah, Carm, looking forward to it. I appreciate the mention. And hey, if you guys want to follow a game with me that should have a ton of scoring, this is the game for it.
Awesome. Love it. Speaking of having goals, I think when he goes out and watches a football game at a bar, I think it was called the Banana Bar. I'm not really sure what it's called. This man here, Don Buster, has a goal of not throwing a chair through one of the TV monitors. Let's bring him in. Don Buster.
Let's bring him in.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I had to get that up on the screen there, Carm. I had to get that up on the screen. Had to just get that up on the screen there for a second. Guys, that's save half for 50% off the 5% play. I know it's a busy day at the website, and you guys are all going to grab $5 plays, but this is a good day for a 5%. 13 games. All right, enough of that. Let's bring him in. What's up, Buster? How are you?
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Thanks, Carmine, for the mention of
Rob.
One of the worst
your good buddy.
I've had in a long time. I don't even want to.
You can blame your good buddy Rob for telling me that story of one of the most disgusting bad beats that you have ever taken in a football game. So yes,
I remember 3 years ago. That next day, I did the Monday PuckTime show with you guys, and you had a picture of the bar that we went to, the Banana Bar in
the Banana Bar. There you go.
Bucerias, Mexico. So anyways, yeah, it was a rough day, that's for sure. But Andrew, good luck on your 5% tonight. All the best for that. And one other thing, Carmine, love that hat. I don't think I've ever seen a hat like that. Black sheep.
I went to one of my friends held a poker tournament last night, and he had a display case with all the hats. So now I know where the Prez gets his hats from. So this is the best part of it. On my way out, I was by the display. He goes, "Hey, pick one out." I go, "I'll take the black sheep one." And he goes, "Don't worry." He goes, "I'll just say you took it, and then I'll go to Prez because Prez was at the tournament." He goes, "And I'll tell him that he owes me $45 for the hat." And Prez paid for the hat. So there you go.
Wow, you should write that date, whatever date that was. Was that yesterday? Write that down.
Yes.
Write that down.
Yes.
Did he bill that to WagerTalk, or did he pay for it? No.
Oh God, yeah, who knows? But with that, listen. With that said,
I never heard of a bald guy having a bad hair day or somebody's having a bad head day. Carm,
I shaved. I shaved. Buster, this is quite possibly, and I love you for picking this game. This is quite possibly one of the toughest games on the board. And I didn't want to break it down with Andrew, so I'm kind of glad that you picked it. The New York Rangers at Washington Capitals, 171 on the Caps at home, plus 140 on the Rangers. 5.5 is the total. How are you breaking this one down?
Yeah, thanks, Carmine. We have a couple of teams here that actually haven't played their best hockey of late. Then again, in saying that, the Rangers have been really a disappointment all year. One good thing about the Rangers, they do play well on the road. They've actually gone 10-5 in their last 15 on the road. So that's pretty good. Washington, well, they've been really, really struggling. They've only won once in their last 6 games. Now, both teams are playing that third game in 4 nights, so there's not really much there with that. But in regards to special teams, and I was a little bit shocked when I went through the teams like I always do every night when I'm handicapping. I like to check to see how many teams have improved their ranking or dropped down, whatever we may have. The Rangers have a better power play and a better penalty kill than Washington, which had me surprised a bit, especially with that Washington power play that basically has been really bad this year. Now, the Rangers also have a little in-season revenge in this game for a 1-0 loss. Mind you, that was the first week of the NHL season. As you said, Carmine, Washington's a 170 favorite. That just seems to be way too high for a team that like Washington that's basically on the skids right now. So we're going to take a shot here with the Rangers at a really nice price and what we believe is a live dog here. Now, we know it's going to be a close game. Everybody out there who likes to bet draws, it wouldn't surprise me. But, I mean, even so, at this price, I mean, to me, for the Rangers, it's kind of too good to pass on to make a small little play on the Rangers, that's for sure. So, now, of course, I'll break down the total for everybody who wants to look at that total. Total's 5.5. Actually, the last 8 games, these guys are 4-4 at that 5.5. As I mentioned earlier, the only game this year was 1-0. So we have that. And, when you look at these guys, when you see you're going through your games at night and you see Washington Rangers, boom, under, you just automatically kind of think that. But this is, and you might want to look at that. I don't know. You could look at the home teams. Is there an advantage for Christmas, or the away teams, whether they have an advantage? There's a lot of different ways to look at that. But because of the spot and because of the 3 games of 4 nights and being before Christmas, I don't really want to bet a 5.5 under. I kind of never want to bet a 5.5 under anyways in the NHL, just the way they can empty the net and go from 3-1 to 5-2 in a hurry, right? Now, just Washington are 4-6 to the under the last 10. The Rangers are 3-7 to the under the last 10. Can't blame anybody that wants to bet this game under, but the situation tells me be cautious if you're betting under. We like the Rangers as a live dog tonight, guys.
Buster, it's one of the few times in my life where I have to say this to you. I agree with you.
Wow.
No, I agree with you. No. You thought I was going to come
I'm writing that date down too.
Write it down. Write it down beside the Prez hat one.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. Washington at home. I thought Washington had been playing extremely well. Then they threw in a bit of a lemon, but like Logan Thompson's been absolutely phenomenal this season. But 2 of his last 3 games have not gone well for him. I think 4 last time out. And that was on the heels of shutting out the Toronto Maple Leafs, who everyone is beating the Leafs. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters and the Washington Generals, where the Globetrotters just win games. But the game prior to that, he allowed 5 goals as well, too. So 9 goals across 2 starts with a shutout mixed in between against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Don't know if anything's affecting him. Hopefully not, because I like him as a goalie. Loved him when he was in Vegas. But I have to agree, at plus 140, man, the book is dangling a carrot, and I may fall for it, but every once in a while I have to mix in a carrot with the meat. You know what I mean? But
I took
Andrew, any thoughts on this game? Andrew?
Is Andrew there?
Carm, I was just dealing with the promo code issue, but it's all
we'll get that promo.
It's all
we'll
good.
Get that promo code.
I know people don't want me talking promo stuff too much, but you know what? I'm a little bit frustrated as far as that one's concerned there, Buster, because I don't know. I don't like it when a team lets me down, and the Capitals let me down the other day. They let me down, and we've got the guys in the chat talking about it. Like, screw this team that's going to lose back-to-back games against the same team. I don't have respect for that. I thought the Capitals were going to be a good bet the other day, so I'm not really sure. Like, I kind of lean towards the under just because I feel like we might see kind of a scrappy defensive game from the Caps here, but you're a bold man for making a play in this game, brother. I don't have much in this one, so that's it. I was pissed at the Capitals. I got mad at them the other night, man, because I thought they were going to really bounce back. And when are we going to see regression from the Red Wings guys? Is this Red Wings team going to stay good all year or what?
Yeah. Well, you know what, Andrew? You gotta just throw that stuff away when you're just throw it away. It's in the past. Throw it away. It's the future, and forget about what happened on Sunday because the Capitals pissed you off. Go forward, brother. Go forward.
Oh, no, I'm all good.
Listen, no team is going 82-0 in the NHL. There's going to be bumps along the road. There's going to be ones where if you're a parlay player and then you add in, everyone has been there, all right? Where you add that team at the end, you're like, minus 240. They're going to win. Let me bump this up from this parlay from, plus 300 to plus 420. And then that's the game that loses, the last one you put on. It is why DraftKings, all these books, all these global books make money. They hate the straight bettors. They do not, they absolutely love the parlay bettors. Buster, it is $5 customer appreciation day at WagerTalk. I got a bit of a surprise for you, like I always do, Buster. So with my good friend Andrew is going to allow you to promo what you have up on $5 customer appreciation day.
Okay, thanks, Carmine. Appreciate that. Thank you, Andrew. At the site today, we do have our 4%. We have some of those too. Lots of those guys. We have I'll just keep going if that's all right.
Keep going.
We have a 4% best bet in the NHL. You can grab that for $5. Also, we have a 5% college football play loaded, and this game's on Boxing Day. And we are number one at WagerTalk in 5% college football plays with profit. So you'll want to grab that play. We're having a good year in college football with the 5%ers. We've had a struggle in the bowl games right at first, but we've been haven't had our best games coming out, which they're starting to do now. So you can grab that over at the site. And also, guys, as you know, there's all kinds of great deals at the site, but there's a couple of them that expire at midnight. And the one you can get a 3-day all access and you get a day free. That's up at the site for $69. Or you can get 10 days for $99. Remember, they include all 5% releases and all our releases. So those two ones expire right away. And again, thanks for making me laugh there through my stuff, Carmine and Andrew. And Merry Christmas. And since you're showing the avocados, Feliz Navidad.
Attaboy. Buster, listen, if I don't talk to you before the holidays, Merry Christmas. I'm not going to say Happy Holidays. It's Merry Christmas. Yeah. Anyone does not like Merry Christmas and they want Happy Holidays, go somewhere else. I am going to say what I wanted to say. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and your better half. Have a great time down there. I woke up to snow. You woke up to sandy beach. So
yeah, it's pretty nice here today. Again.
Carmine wears the new hat and he becomes Don Cherry on the show, eh? Jeez, I love to see it. Don Cherry.
Whatever.
Oh man.
All right, Buster. Get out of here, man.
Good luck, guys.
Best of luck to you
Thanks
tonight.
a lot.
Merry Christmas, Buster. Take
Merry
care,
Christmas,
brother.
Guys.
Oh man, Carm, respect to you for that graphic. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. I like that. And it was smooth. Nothing too bad, nothing too crazy, but it worked. It worked. It was great graphic and good breakdown from Buster as well. It's a bold game to break down.
Yeah.
That Capitals team, they bothered me, but and guys, make sure you grab Buster's 5% college play as well. I know it's a hockey show, but make sure you grab his football stuff as well. Carm, you're rolling in NFL. You've had phenomenal years in college football and NFL over the last handful of years. I cashed another 4% player prop, and I wish people would realize the money would spend the same, whether you bet a side or a total. Some people like the prop, some people don't. But cash, another play yesterday. George Kittle over 68.5 yards. He had 115 by the third quarter. That was awesome. What else do you have going, Carm, across multiple sports over the next few days?
I'm going to have some $5 plays for college football and the NFL. College football has been great. The last 30 days, 15-2. Yes, 15-2, which is number one at WagerTalk with college plays, and 6-1 in college bowls and the playoffs as well too. So we're going to try and keep that rolling with a big weekend. And there's a few college bowl games going this week. So I'll have those up after the show. A 3-pack of NHL plays up tonight. And of course, a standalone $5 play as well too. So 4 plays in the NHL. If you use that code that we mentioned yesterday, PuckTime 20, you can get $20 off a 7-day NHL All Access package as well. Andrew, this game here, is this a quick revenge spot for the Carolina Hurricanes? Minus 154 in this one, plus 127 on Florida. And I just want to make note of that time. Total sits here at 6. Here's the problem, Andrew, with this one. I get the quick revenge spots, and we always talk about it. Carolina had that lead. They had that game sewn up. And part of why I liked Carolina, I thought they needed to get over that mental hurdle of beating Florida, because this is a team that they're likely going to meet on their run to trying to get into the Stanley Cup. They're going to meet them. They got knocked out in the Eastern Conference finals last year. They failed. And now I just think that plus money on Florida coming in here, even missing Barkov, even missing Matthew Tkachuk, that Florida plus 127, they're in their heads. They're somehow in their heads. I think Carolina needs another big game and has to beat them this time. But it is tough when you have them for 54 minutes and you have them down 3 goals and you lose the game. That's got to be something that affects your psyche. But I'm going to take Florida plus 127 here. I'm not looking for any rapid revenge.
I get it. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like, okay, look, they had their chance to get the win. And it's almost like now it's like that angle that Prez talks about where like sometimes if a team gets a win, but they might not feel great about that win, they're going to stay locked in. But the way I look at it, Carm, is like, I understand what you're saying. The revenge doesn't always work, but it's not like we have a rapid revenge spot between the Blackhawks and the Flyers here. We got a rapid revenge spot that involves the Carolina Hurricanes, one of the best teams in the whole league. But we have seen Florida find their offense lately. Like Florida's offense looked pretty good as of late. We got one team that's like top 10 or 11, I believe, expected goals. One team that's, top 15. But their defensive numbers have started to slip. I'm going to go over 1.5 goals, minus 125 here, Carm. We didn't see much action in that last meeting until later on in the game. I think this game just comes out hot. Whether or not it's Carolina, whether it's Florida, I think this game comes out hot with a ton of chances. And would you be shocked to see a lot of penalties in this game? Teams that play each other in a short period of time, there could be that frustration, that anger. That's kind of why I'm looking towards the Grand Salami, because you got a lot of rivalry games today. And rivalries usually lead to penalties. Penalties lead to power plays, and power plays hopefully can take us to goals and overs. So first period over 1.5, I'm seeing minus 125. There is a will and there's a way that we could both be happy here, Carm. But I do think the over 1.5, minus 125 is a good spot here. And Carolina does typically play better offensively at home. Florida's been finding their offense, you mentioned, without a few guys still. But you know what? Lundell playing well, Marchand playing well, Reinhart playing well, and a lot of guys that want to prove themselves and get going. And, this is the thing about how competitive the Atlantic Division is. Like, if Ottawa keeps playing well, Montreal playing well, Detroit, Boston, Tampa Bay, like Florida's got to get going before Tkachuk and Barkov are back, especially Tkachuk, right? You don't want to bury your team in too big of a hole that you're not going to be able to come back from it, because I know Florida is elite, but it's not going to be easy. So every win does matter for them. I think this gains matters to both teams. Over 1.5 first period for me. And you know what I noticed, Carm, is that I almost don't want to take over 1.5 first period if you have like anything less than like minus 120. Like there's a couple games today where it's like minus 110, minus 115. That scares me away. Like this minus 125, I don't mind that.
They're trying to fish you in. I got the fisherman's hat on. I should have the lures hanging from the side, but I get it. I do understand it. When you click on one, you think, okay, this should be about like minus 130, minus 135. And you say minus 115. You're like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
And there's something missing, but I get it. And that was the Sabres and excuse me, that was the Sabres in New Jersey the other day. I had 1.5 in the first period. And I remember clicking on it and it was 115. I'm like, wow, it's probably 10 cents shorter than I thought it would be. That might have been a signal, but I let the data drive me in that one. This is just one of those ones where, Andrew, where when you look at, listen, I'm not discounting Carolina is a phenomenal team and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is winning games and leading the East. It's with Florida, you would think, to me, Florida is a system team. You can plug and play players in that system, and they play well. They can score. Yeah, they're missing. They're missing Barkov. Yeah, they're missing Matthew Tkachuk. But there's other guys on that team who are scoring and contributing, and that's why they're winning games. I hate to always make it sound like I am beating down on, but it's the easiest frame of reference for me. The Toronto Maple Leafs. If you took Matthews and Nylander out of the lineup, that is an AHL team, more or less, because there is nobody else on that team that can contribute. This is the difference between a team like Florida and a team like Toronto, is that you can miss some of your guys, or some of your guys may not be having good seasons, but other guys are picking it up. And that's the thing with Florida. They have guys on that team, and this is why they're 3-time Stanley Cup finalists, 2-time winners, because they have guys on that team, and they've built a team where you can get past the fact that maybe one or two guys aren't contributing with the way you want to. But they're a system team, and it's working fine. And this is coming from the guy who tried to get Paul Maurice fired about 18 times over the course of 2 years.
Yeah. So his Stanley Cup rings are ringing, man. He's
yeah. Speaking of trying to get guys fired, I would never try and get this guy fired. And plus, I don't have that authority at WagerTalk. I'm just trying to keep my own job. Let's bring him in. The shot of Bailey's that we have every morning. Brian Leonard. He's always a joy to see.
What's up, Brian?
He brings that wonderful hair to the show.
Thanks, guys.
How are
What's
you, Brian?
going on, Brian?
I'm glad that we already talked about that hat, because that's the first thing I saw, and I said, that looks like one of those stupid hats that Prez wears on the show. Well, I don't understand the references. I know the black sheep thing or whatever, but I don't know.
When you got hair like you, Brian, you don't have to wear hats, though, right?
Well, that's the thing. I got a lot of hats, but I don't like to wear them because, they say if you wear hats, you lose your hair. And I'm sure Carmine was born with a hat on.
Yes, that's it. It came out sideways like that. But
how do you feel about the games today here, Brian? What do you think? How are you approaching it any differently? The last games before a couple-day break? Like, I know we keep on acting like it's some big break, but with how condensed this schedule has been, it really is like a little bit of a break here over the next few days.
It definitely is. I do want to touch on that, but I do want to point out, when he moved it sideways, it reminded me, if you ever seen The Wire, great show. One of the greatest shows I've ever seen. There's a white guy. He's a cop. He's in a poorer neighborhood, and they all got their hats all over the place. And he calls the guy over to him, and he says, I don't, how'd you get a hat like that? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, all mine go straight forward. He goes, no, man, you could, and he was being sarcastic. And the guy goes, no, man, you can move wherever you want. He goes, oh my God, I can't believe that. Oh, thank you. And the guy walked away. He goes, I just thought it was funny as hell being an older guy with people with their hats. But I have been able to watch the entire show, and I agree with just about everything you guys have been saying. You have to treat today differently. And I know you said your big 5% was on a game you're going to see a lot of scoring in. I think we do see a lot of scoring today. If you do like to play the Grand Salami, it's the way to do it. And I'll kind of talk about that when I get into my write-up on this game, the Dallas and Detroit game. But you have to treat these things differently. This is a total different game. Back when I did a lot more NBA, I would always play the veteran teams that were used to going to the playoffs, that had leaders on this day, and I would fade the younger teams who were just playing well and they're in pretty good shape, and it worked all the time. So keep that in mind when it's on today's hockey card as well.
These guys are going on vacations. They're going away for a couple of days, going to see families. Like, these guys can hop on a flight and go anywhere in the next, 72 hours, right? So some teams are more interested than others.
Some of these teams have been on vacation most of the season. Those are the ones near the bottom of the standings. But with that said, I know our office in Detroit is anxiously awaiting Brian's breakdown on the Dallas Stars and the Detroit Red Wings. The Stars minus 130, the Red Wings plus 107. Total sits here at, I believe it's 6. Bri, how are you breaking this one down?
Yeah, I don't do a lot of totals, but this one jumped out at me.
I have no idea where that came from.
Who made that?
I like it.
All right, let's try this one again.
Make some of those up and send them my way. There's 6 teams in the league right now that have 44 points or better. Carolina, Detroit, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, and Anaheim. Only one of those teams have been outscored on the season, and that's the Detroit Red Wings. Only 2 of those teams have played more games at home than on the road, Minnesota and Detroit. Detroit's played 17 games as of late, with 15 of those involving travel. They had back-to-back home games last week and play the second of a back-to-back tonight. Dallas has played 22 games as of late, never having had more than 2 straight home games. Needless to say, both of these teams, along with most of the league, has to be exhausted. And to get to this break, we talked about it with the Olympics and everything coming up. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. If you take a look at today's card, there's only 2 games in which we're seeing 5s and a halves. Everything else is 6, 6 and a halves. I think this is a game we're going to see a lot of scoring in. Detroit has scored 4 more goals in 7 of 11 games this month. Dallas has scored 4 more goals in 7 of the last 9 games, including 4 straight. And with both teams looking forward to a well-needed 3-day break with the family, I can easily see this game going over the total. As we've talked about this in the past, it works the same in other sports as it does in hockey. If you get tired, it's not going to happen on offense. It's not going to show on offense. It's going to show on defense. And there's going to be guys that just aren't going to get back. We've seen a lot of it this week. If you watched a lot of the games, a lot of teams are just tired and they're not getting back. So we're seeing a lot of 2-on-1, 3-on-1 breaks. And that means goals. And that's what I see in this one. I like Dallas and Detroit over the total. I wanted to somewhat look at Dallas too, but the line keeps me away from it. So I like the total better than the side in this game.
All right. You know me, Bri, and that's a great breakdown. I'm on plus money today for some reason on some of these spots. I just want Detroit to win. Listen, what better Eastern Conference final would it be than the Detroit Red Wings and the Buffalo Sabres? Might get Johnny Detroit to come back. He came to watch a game with his beautiful wife, Paula, and they're true Red Wing fans, man. For Red Wing fans. It was great watching the game with them and having dinner. But let's go Red Wings, as they say, because I know we have some Red Wing fans in our chat. Nebraska knows 100% he's a Red Wings fan and season ticket holder, I believe. Brian, what do you got going on $5 Customer Appreciation Day?
Yeah, I've got 4 plays up today. I've got a bowl game. A lot of these are just going to long service clients and that kind of thing. 67% in the bowls. I've got a bowl play up. Got 2 hockey plays up, including a side. My top side today is only $5. So we've been doing very well. And obviously over 90% over 90 net units since September 8th, I believe it was. September 9th, something like that. So we've been on a really nice run. Every time I get right to that 100 range, I end up with a loser. We did have the LA Kings last night, and that dropped us below what I thought was going to be 100. But we'll get it back today, and I do like that. And also, I've got a college basketball play, another big 4% winner, wire to wire yesterday in college basketball. But the only game I'm selling to clients is our $5 play. So keep in mind, tomorrow, I believe there's just one game or something, and we do have the weekend here. If you do decide, because Buster did a nice promo on some of the longer things that are expiring tonight, keep in mind, if there's not any games or we pass, that doesn't count in your long-term, if you buy 3 days or 5 days or 10 days, that kind of thing. So there's going to be a lot of passing from a lot of the guys. Yep. A lot of passing from a lot of the guys for the next few days. So you don't need to worry about that. Get the longer package and it'll be better for you.
And a great deal there with that one. Save 25% off anything, guys, with that promo code Xmas25. That starts tomorrow on Christmas Eve. Xmas25. Any package, 7-day, 30-day, full season, soccer, hockey, basketball, football, whatever it is you're interested in, Xmas25. Although Xmas, I never was a fan of that, Xmas. But you know what? We got to be a little bit shorter, I guess, with the promo codes here, guys. But never really was a fan of Xmas there, Carmine. I always prefer it. Let's spell it out. Let's not be lazy. We all have keyboards. We'll spell it out, Christmas. And by the way here, Brian, Carm might make the jokes, but I got this bottle as a gift. I had to go downstairs and bring this up here. Salted caramel. Not bad. Not bad.
I always thought Xmas was a woman who was single and is now married. So unless she used to be Miss, now she's Mrs. So she's an Xmas.
Yes.
Xmas.
A lot of those walking around in Vegas, eh? A lot of Xmas walking around.
I'm just all I'm doing is drinking holiday flavored teas over here, and you guys are having Baileys. I don't get it, but it's 12 noon somewhere. With that said, Bri, if I don't talk to you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm sure I will before the New Year's because there's some NHL discussions still to go. But listen, man, have a great time. Say hi to Marco and the boys, and we'll see you on the next PuckTime show.
Guys, it's been a pleasure, and everybody have a happy holiday, and let's get some winners today.
All right, Brian, take care. Hope you're right about those goals as well. Hope you're right about those goals. Let's have a great night. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Happy holidays. Brian Leonard, guys, make sure you find Brian, of course, every single week with us here on PuckTime. WagerTalk.com, WT.buzz/BL. And again, guys, that promo code is working now. It is working. So make sure you use that promo, save half, for 50% off my 5% big bet. I do have a $5 play. Carmine has a $5 play. But you guys, if you want the 5% play, it's regular price. So you have to use the promo code save half to take 50% off this big bet going tonight. And Carmine, I was wondering if I would describe what the play is going to be in the promo. And I was like, screw it. So I was like, this is my NHL goal fest. If you like action, if you like goals, this is the game for you. So hopefully we see a lot of goals in that one.
I do it every once in a blue moon with one of my soccer 5% plays where I call it the golazo. If you're a soccer fan, you know the Spanish, if you watch any games from Spain, South America, or Mexico, it's golazo. Anyways, with that said, Andrew, you had a big golazo yesterday. A big same game parlay winner. Give us another one.
Carm, I was trying to decide between a couple different games to use for my same game parlay because there were so many different games to use for. Oh, sorry, Carm. I got you.
I'm just like, whatever. Let's try that again. How's about a same game parlay winner?
I'm just loading it up right now on my screen. But to me, when I look at these, I've got to say, I've started to kind of look at overall. I look at head-to-head matchups, look at how players are doing. But you need to look at games that you think are just going to be absolutely filled with goals, because even if a certain person has a good matchup and we see guys that, stack up super well, it doesn't really matter unless that game overall is going to have a ton of goals, right? And yesterday we cashed that with, what was it, plus 625, I think it was, plus 625 with the Philadelphia Flyers puck line, Zegras point, Michkov point, and Michkov over on his shots on goal. So here's what it is for today here, guys. We've got just 2 games that we selected here, and the price is plus 415. Let's see if I can bring it up on the screen. We've got Cale Makar to get a point and Brock Nelson to get a point in the Mammoth and the Avalanche game. And the next one we have is Dallas Stars, Detroit Red Wings, Rantanen, Heiskanen, and Wyatt Johnston to all get a point. That works out to plus 150. That takes us to plus 415. Carm, those are 2 games that I think overall we're going to have some goals in. So I decided to just say, hey, look, you know what? We're not going to go crazy with this. We're going to just pick 2 games that I like some guys in, and this is a good one here. So here it is for anybody out there. Cale Makar, point. Brock Nelson, point. Rantanen, Heiskanen, and Johnston. Yes, you can tell I'm not really a fan of the Red Wings because I didn't even include a Red Wing player in that one. But it works out to plus 415. Let's cash it, guys. Plus 620 winner yesterday. I think this is a good one as well, plus 415. And I know it's a lot of picks for plus 415, but when you look at Rantanen, Heiskanen, and Johnston, you're not really going to get great odds when it comes to those guys, but I do think it'll be a great day. I like that over bet that Brian gave out. I think that game's going to have some goals. I do.
All right. I wish you the best of luck. Nothing would be better than finishing off the pre-Christmas PuckTime shows with back-to-back same game parlay and pod winners, Andrew.
Yes.
And I think, because Andrew's our producer right now, Andrew, before I do the pod, if you want to come on full screen so people can see whether you're going to agree or disagree to this. I'm not sure what your plans are or with the family and stuff, but how about a Friday, even though there's no games, a Friday puck time where we break down 3 games for Saturday, and I'll still do the 6 and 60. Are you up for it?
What day is Friday?
It's the day after Thursday.
20. What's the date? What's the? That's the 27th. Or no, that's 20. No, that's Boxing Day. No,
it's Boxing Day.
I don't think I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
I will still record the 6 and 60, and we will have it up on YouTube, on WagerTalk TV, and up on the YouTube channel. And of course, I will tweet it out as well too on the X. So don't worry about it.
I might be able to actually, Carm. I might be able to.
You're absolutely killing me. We can always
like
pre-record
the day after
it and
Thursday,
we'll go live. Yes,
the day after Thursday.
How much of that salted caramel Baileys do you have left there? Because apparently,
I meant to say, what's the date? What's the date? I don't care about the day. It's the date that all that matters to me. That's what matters, is what date it is. All right, Carm, give us a plus money winner, brother.
All right. Here is your pod for today. Let me just get the timing on this right. I am taking the Chicago Blackhawks plus 105 to win today. Flyers won yesterday. They're 1-3 on the season in the second of a back-to-back. With Vladar starting yesterday, it's going to be Urson in goal. 0-4 his last 4 starts, .864 save percentage. That is not good. And a .341 goals against average, also not very good. I get it. Chicago's missing Berard. And then somebody else took a puck to the face. He's not playing. I think it's Nazar took a puck to the face. He's not playing. But it was probably their best game offensively last time out when they played Ottawa, where they scored 4 goals. Returning home, I'm looking for them to get the win here at plus money against a Philadelphia team. They got the win yesterday, but doesn't do well in back-to-backs. And the goaltending advantage definitely in Chicago's favor here. That is your pod play. Chicago plus 105.
My guy is underdog hunting. Why are you going hunting so much, man? It's the holiday season. Don't be killing these dogs, man. Don't be. I get it. You're looking for those plus money tickets. The bankroll builder. You just donated $1,000 to charity, and now you're going to do it again, building this bankroll up more and more and more. And I'll tell you what, guys, like this has been the epitome of bankroll management. Plus monies, favorites. You've had some totals. I believe you've had some first period plays in there. One play a day. It goes to show that you don't have to have a ton of plays every day to make money in the betting world.
And that's it. That's the whole idea of the pod play, is to show single game bets can work. $5,000 bankroll, flat $200 bets, and we're at like 7K. So we're up like 40% of the bankroll increase already on the season. We're not even halfway through. The idea was the first donation would go around Christmas time to the food bank. Let me tell you, when we pulled up this morning, it was kind of disheartening, Andrew. The place opens up at 9. I got there just before 9. The lineup of people waiting to get in to get food. We drove to the receiving area and dropped off food. They were so appreciative. They came out, they loaded a couple of carriages of food. They wanted to take a picture for their website. I did a donation on top of that as well too. If the pod can keep going the same way it's going, and I'm hopeful that it will be. The second donation, because a lot of our viewers are in the US as well too, is going to go to one of the charities in Vegas. I think the last one I did was Wounded Warriors. Tons of veterans. You just try and take care of them how best you can. So that is the idea for me. It's kind of a pay it forward kind of thing. So we all do a small little part. That's all you can do. That's it for me, guys. One $5 play up for tonight, one NHL 3-pack. We appreciate you guys tuning in each and every day. I'm going to send it over to Andrew to recap what he's got going on, give it his promo. Please pick up that 5% that Andrew has tonight. And to all of you guys in chat right now, live and watching later on, have a fantastic next few days, rest of the year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't see you before then.
Carm, Merry Christmas to you, brother. Hope you have a great time as well. Hope you enjoy watching the World Juniors on Boxing Day. That's always a really fun time. And I think that it's a really good time as well for all of us to just be grateful, spend time with our loved ones, have a great time, and hopefully enjoy some home-cooked meals as well. But yeah, just a $5 play for me, and then the 5% play as well. And of course, we have that promo code SAVEHALF. A lot of you guys have already jumped in. If you're interested in my Goal Fest play, who doesn't love cheering on goals? Join me, guys, for my favorite overplay of the day. And of course, we got a big play going on Christmas Day in the NFL because the player props continue to stay hot. We're up around 23 units, number one at the website out of like over 30 people in NFL player props. So we're looking to keep it rolling, guys. Let's have a great week, guys. We've got a couple of days off here on PuckTime. I think since it's a morning show, I'll be able to make it work with Carm on Boxing Day. If not, we'll get some recorded videos to you guys. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all the best, and make sure you guys stay safe out there as well. See you guys next time, same place, right here on PuckTime.